Welcome back to Sunday League Football, and today we're about to hit the Big 10. 10 league games that is, but we've still got games in hand over every single team. Now, as you can see, we're at home for the first time in about a month. It's always good to be home, and today we face up to second from bottom team, Jurgen Sports. And oh my word, would you look at the beard on the goalkeeper. I don't think we've seen a beard like that since the start of the season.
Don't you worry, we're not going to brush over this one. Look at this beard, it's fantastic, it's amazing. I wish I had the patience to grow one myself. You know what I'm going to say? Well done, that man.
And well done to this man as well, absolute dedication to the cause. But the real question is, whose beard is better? It's time for a beard off. This video ain't big enough for the both of your beards. Which is why you're going to vote above using the handy little YouTube poll. Go, go, go. But moving on from beards, it's back to today and we're going to find out our starting lineup. Which looks like this: Pitch coming down and Sean appearing in between the sticks. Ahead of him we've got Graham, Coxie and Wayne, who makes his first start of the season. Well done, that man. Knowles' his left wing back, Jamie's right wing back, and Kev and Luke are in the middle. Ahead of them we've got Connor in the cam position, and then up top we've got Nick and Too Good. Subs today looks like this, and it's any 3 from 5 featuring the likes of Aaron, Liam, Sam, Wazza and Superdan. Looks like Tommo's just showing up. Not sure if he's made himself available to play or not, but he's told us he's got a brand new jacket. Very nice, well done. Let's have a shake of hands and then annoyingly change ends. It's a superstition of Jamie's. If he wins the toss, you always have to change ends no matter the situation. Cool story, bro, but it looks like we're ready to kick off, so let's go.
Come on, Bridge! Come on, Palmer!
Yeah, the fucking Palmers.
Come on, Palmers. Anyway, the first action of the game starts with Connor, who plays the ball into Kev there. Kev looks to make his way into the box, but he's being held up by number 12, the captain, over that far side. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere soon, but then the ball's eventually put out for a throw. The frame is taken by Jamie into Kev, who gets the ball down. He's blocked by number 16, though, as he plays the ball back out to that far side where Jamie is. It's a first-time ball into the box, which is taken by the wind. On the end of it is Too Good, but he's beaten to it by number 5, and that goes out for a corner. The corner's whipped in, as usual, by Knowlesy. The keeper makes a hash of it, and it falls to Wayne.
Oh my God! Oh no! Wayne! No, Wayne!
I know it's only 1 minute in, but had that gone in, there would have been an actual pitch invasion. But instead, Nick's calling for him to be subbed off. Don't worry, Wayne, it'll come. Eventually. But one thing I will say is Wayne has actually scored a goal. So for those of you that missed it or are new to the series, check this out. Kev that whips the ball in this time, and he finds the header.
Yes, Wayne! Yes, Wayne! Yes, Wayne!
We rarely score from corners, and Wayne hardly ever scores either, and we put 2 and 2 together to create that. Beautiful. Well done, that man.
And so we move on, and it's early pressure that continues as Jamie throws the ball into Nick. He's being held up by number 2 over that far side, but he gets away from him, sticks it into the box on a plate for Too Good, but the defender gets a touch there to send it away from him. Knowlesy picks up the loose ball here as he plays it back to Kev. Kev's being held up by these two guys here as he plays it back to Knowlesy, but Knowlesy's offside, and that goes out for a goal kick. Thrown over the far side from our opponents this time as Luke's shoved in the back, and that's a free kick. So it's Jamie that sends the ball into the box. Nick wins his header here over number 5 as the ball falls to Too Good. He fires with the left, the keeper makes a save. On the rebounds he fires again with the left, but that flashes across goal and out for a throw. Here come our opponents now with number 10, who sends a lovely ball into the box. It's over Coxie's head, but Sean's off of the line quickly to grab that one. A little bit more pressure from our opponents as number 10 plays the ball out to that far side. Couldn't tell you the number of this guy, but he brings it forward and then fires with the right, but that's well over the bar. And so the goal kick is taken by Sean as it's sent up towards the halfway line. Number 4 reads that well as he gives it to his mate, who chests it back down to him. Number 4 now taking it past Knowlesy, taking it also past Wayne. It's very scrappy, but he makes his way through. He then plays it through to number 8, who ends up falling over the ball. Sean's off of his line, but 8 takes it away from Sean. The shot comes in from our opponent, but Coxie's there to head it off the line. The corner's whipped in by our opponents, but that's not troubling anyone. Back in the middle of the field now, and it's Luke that's taking it around number 4 as he looks to thread it through to Kev. No luck there as our opponent gets in the way. He tries again, but this time the ref gets in the way. He gives it back to him, and then this time gives the ball to Connor. He then plays it through to Too Good. He's in on goal, one-on-one with the keeper, slots it past him, and that, my friends, is now 1-0 to Palmers FC. We had a little scary start a minute ago, but now we're back on top. Kick-off. Here we've got Wayne now picking up the ball just over the halfway line, cutting inside of our opponent, playing it through to Nick, who flicks it onto Too Good first time. It's good football as Too Good makes his way in on goal. He's taken out by number 16, but the ref seems to feel it's not a penalty. It's eventually cleared by our opponents and out for a throw. From the throw, Wazza gets pumping, and Nick turns away from our opponent as he plays the ball across the box to Knowlesy. Knowlesy then takes a touch and plays it onto this near side where Connor is. He brings it forward, but is under pressure from number 6 here. Turns away from him and manages to keep the ball in and plays it into the box. The defender hits it up rather than out, and then it falls back down to number 5, who clears it. Meanwhile, on the sideline, Wazza's still pumping, and on the pitch, Luke picks up the ball and sees Wayne in space over this near side. He looks to turn away from his man and then plays a nice little pass into Connor. Connor gets it under and then scoops the ball over the top to where Kev is shoved in the back. No advantage given though as Nick fires the ball into the back of the net. Would have been 2-0, but it's brought back for a free kick. Nick's trying to explain the advantage rule to the ref, but he's not interested. Tommo's then chasing Too Good's kid around in his new jacket, and then Luke blazes the free kick over the bar. Jamie now inside our own half, sticking the ball over the top to where Kev is. He's being chased down by number 16, but would you look at that, the bearded keeper's off the line as well. What's he doing out there? Now, if last week's video had anything to do with it, we'd have to let the keeper get back in goal, which he looks like he is now as Nick picks up the ball on the edge of the box. He plays it to Knowlesy. First time shot from him.
Yay!
That's 2-0 to Palmer's FC now. Nosey gets his 5th goal of the season. Kick-off. More action on that far side now as Connor switches the play over to this near side where Nosey is. He allows it to bounce and then gets it under control as he looks to take on his man here. He then puts the cross in, but it comes off of the defender and then half cleared, but only as far as Nick, who picks it up on the edge of the box. He's under pressure from number 9, but he gets away, fires the ball. It's deflected and looks to be going in, but the keeper makes a great save to push that one over the bar. Nothing came in the corner, but Wayne picks up the ball here as he gives it to Nosey. Number 8 shoves him in the back, and that's a free kick. So it's Wayne that steps up to take the free kick. He just wished we got all of that on camera. Both feet left the floor as Wayne went flying into the air. This is the absolute best I can give you, but believe me, it's one of the funniest things we've seen this season. Meanwhile, Nosey's got the ball on this near side as he looks to take on number 15 here. He puts it into the box, it's blocked by number 15, and that goes out for a corner. Before we take the corner, the ref wanted to be awkward and make sure Too Good's son was nowhere near the line, which would mean the little man can't do what he does best, and that is run up and down the line. Did I mention, though, that Tommo's got a brand new jacket? He's really happy with it. The corner's eventually taken by Connor. It's not the best, but it's picked up by Too Good. He miscontrols it, and our opponent's clear. One-way traffic now as Jamie sends a ball into the box. It's cushioned down by Too Good into the path of Kev. He takes a touch, fires with the left, but that's just wide of the goal. Here we have the ref still moaning at us about Too Good's son. And finally we get to carry on as the bearded goalkeeper takes his goal kick up towards the halfway line. Luke wins the header. It bounces down for Too Good, who sends it over the top first time to Nick. Nick then puts it over the top of the keeper into the back of the net, and that, my friends, is now 3-0 to Palmer's FC. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Kick off. And right here it looks like Nick's stripping, but he's actually taking his underlayer off. Meanwhile, Tommo's still arguing with the ref over the fact that Too Good's son couldn't stand near the line. Nice jacket, Tommo. Nice jacket. Moving on, Too Good plays the ball up to Connor, and Wazza thinks that Nick should be in the middle.
In the middle! Get your fat ass in the middle!
Well, Nick's got his fat ass in the middle, but the defender blocks that one and that goes out for a corner. Just in case you didn't know, Tommo's got a new jacket, and then Connor whips the ball into the box. It's a better delivery this time, and Jamie's on the end of it, but that goes over the bar. And so we continue the pressure, starting off with Too Good here. He plays in Luke. He looks to give it back to Kev, but once again, the referee gets in the way. Kev picks up the ball and plays in Connor. Connor then gives it back to Kev. Kev then looks to give it to Too Good. It comes off of the defender and back to Kev. He then runs into trouble. Too Good picks up the loose ball.
Oh!
I have no idea why Nick's claiming that, because you can quite clearly see number 15 sticks it past his keeper and into the back of the net for 4-0 to Palmer's FC. It's another one that wants to play for us. I'm sorry, mate. We've got too many players as it is. Now, Tommo's got a new jacket. He's going to kill me if I don't mention it, so I just thought I'd mention it here. I think he said it's Hugo Boss. Oh, kick off. Introducing the other end of the pitch we haven't forgotten about. You do not worry as number 4 picks up the ball, brings it forward, gets the shot in, but Graham blocks that. Number 12 then slices it, and that goes wide. More pressure from our opponents now as number 8 puts it out for number 9. He puts a dangerous ball into the box. Coxey gets ahead to it, but Sean's there to make the save. Could have had another own goal on our hands.
Good half, boys.
A good half indeed, and my oh my, that's a lot of ink. But did I tell you about Tommo's new jacket? Oh, no time, advert. You might watch it, but it's now time to wear it. Support your second favourite team by heading over to palmersfc.co.uk to grab your favourite replica kit. Ships worldwide. And so it looks like everyone's ready for the second half, so let's go. And so we start things off as we did in the first with early pressure, this time with Jamie as he brings the ball forward. He's got no options really, so he opts to shoot and the keeper makes a hash of that. Recovers though and stays 4-0. Keeper gets up, kicks it out over the halfway line towards Wayne, and it's great control from him here to take it away from our opponent. He then casually plays it up to Kev. Kev with his back to our opponent does a lovely little flick over him, gets it down and then plays it inside towards Too Good. He then gets it under control, turns away from number 16 there as he looks to play through Kev, but it comes off of our opponent and out for a corner. It would be very silly of me to deny you of a bus on a Sunday, a very rare occasion as I've explained in the past. But anyway, the corner's taken short and then Luke sends it in and that's cleared by our opponents. The throw is taken short by Nick into Kev, who turns away from his man and gives it back to Nick. Nick then turns and then plays it into Nosey on the edge of the box here. He's got a bit of pressure here, but he takes on his man, makes his way into the box, plays it into Too Good, on the turn, fires it, but that's just past the post. I couldn't possibly tell you what's happening here, but it must be something to do with Tommo's new jacket. But anyway, it's back to the game and it's Connor that picks the ball up deep inside our own half. He sticks the ball over the top towards Too Good. It's a little bit too far ahead of him. Keeper's come off the line again. He loves doing that and then he falls over. Looks like he puts the ball out, but it goes out for a goal kick instead. Here's Connor again winning the ball in the midfield, sticking it over the top, this time for Nick, who's in on goal. And guess what? The keeper's come off the line as Nick puts it past him. Not enough weight on it though, and number 16 puts it out for a corner. And so it's Nosey that whips the ball into the box. On the end of it is Luke, who chests it down, but then is bundled over by number 4 here. He then decides to handball it, and that's a free kick to our opponents. The ball's quickly won back though, and it's Kev that turns away from number 15 here, puts it out to that far side where Too Good is. He sticks it into the box, and on the end of it is Connor with a head past the keeper, and that, my friends, is now 5-0 to Palmer's FC. When you think of aerial ability, you usually put Kieran into that category, but it looks like Connor's got it too. No kickoff. Nope, Andrew missed that one as Jamie backheels into the path of Luke. Luke then gives it back to Jamie, who cuts inside of this first man, then the second man here. He then plays it inside to where Connor is. He turns, then spreads the play out wide to where Nosey is. Good football from the lads here as Nosey looks to get it under control. When he eventually does put the cross in, it's not the best one as it reaches the edge of the box rather than in the box. But Kev's there to pick it up, turns, gives it to Luke on the edge. He fires it first time with the right, but that goes wide of the goal. Unlucky. More good play from Jamie on this near side. He's really enjoying getting forward as he plays the ball into Nick. He puts it into the box, but no one's really there, but luckily on the edge of the box is Knowlesy. Knowlesy then plays it into Connor. Connor then looks to flick it up back to Knowlesy, but that's headed away by the defender. Knowlesy picks up the loose ball, but he's got number 4 bearing down on him pretty quickly here, but he manages to get around him, bring it into the box, and then cuts it back for Connor. Connor then gets it under, fires with the left, but that hits the side netting. Jamie involved once again now on this near side as he plays it inside to Luke. He looks to get past number 16 and then number 3 and then plays it forward to Connor. Connor looks to make his way into the box and is completely hacked out by some sort of flying kick, not too sure what that is, and then number 5 falls over for some reason. Interesting. So it's Knowlesy with a free kick. Luke gets a slight touch on the head there. It falls to Jamie, first time hit straight into the keeper's arms either side, and that would have been a goal. And now it's time for some subs. Jamie and Luke, who have both been heavily involved in this second half, make way for Liam and Sam. And here's Liam getting involved straight away as he plays the ball up to Kev. Kev then plays it over the halfway line up to Nick, who finds himself offside. Nick argued with the ref about the decision for quite some time and then found himself in the book. £10 to Essex FA. Moving on, and it's a very long throw from Wayne over that far side up to Knowlesy, flicked onto Connor. Connor then gets it under and then puts it back over the top to Knowlesy. Knowlesy finds himself onside, in on goal, 1-on-1, got support if he needs it, but he opts to shoot and the keeper sends that round for a corner. Not too sure what happened here, but number 16 had a moan and he's gone in the book. £10 to Essex FA. Nothing happened from the corner, and it's our final sub as Kev makes way for Super Dan. And it's instant impact from Super Dan here as he cuts out this pass from number 3, brings it forward and then plays it up to Connor. Nice little turn from him to get away from 16. He then plays in Too Good, who makes his way towards the edge of the box. Sees Nick in a bit of space over that far side, but his control lets him down and he's made to go away from goal. On the turn, he then plays it back to Knowlesy on the edge of the box, who looks to play Nick back in, but it comes off of number 12 to find Super Dan. He lets it run past him and fires first time. It looked like it was going over, but it somehow nestled into the top corner. Great goal from him, first of the season. Well done, that man. But for all the excitement, we've missed the kickoff again. But guess who gets it back? Yep, that man Super Dan, as he plays it into Too Good. Too Good then plays it up to Connor, who finds himself onside, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Keeper makes a save, it comes back to Connor, and he is left to walk it literally into the back of the net. That makes it 7-0 to Palmer's FC, and Connor grabs his second of the day. Kickoff, yep, we got that one. And in the dire moments of the game, it looks like our opponents are going to carve out a chance as number 4 puts through number 11, but Wayne's there to put him off, and that goes straight through to Sean. So there you have it, another win under our belts. In fact, that was the first time we've done back-to-back wins in the league since the very beginning of the season. And here's how the league looks after that result, and we've gone up to 7th now. We've still 3 to 5 games in hand over everyone around us. And so, as always, we hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for your ongoing support, and we'll see you in the next one. Number 5 looking to hold Too Good up, but he's having none of it as he plays Kieran in here.
Au revoir.
Oh, what a strike. There he is.